Hello everybody, welcome back to the James Lawrence Allcott channel. England have beaten Nigeria 2-1 in the first of their two warm-up matches for the Russia 2018 World Cup. I'm going to talk about a few things I saw from the game and what I think we've learned from it. Before I get into the video, I just wanted to say that I'm nearly at 5k subs. It would be so cool to get to 5k subs before the start of the World Cup. I only need like 120, something like that. So it would be awesome if you watch the content, or if you're watching for the first time and you enjoy it and you feel like I deserve it, do me a favour and hit that subscribe button, because it would be great to get to 5k before the World Cup happens. I'm going to be reacting to every single England game and all the big World Cup games. Got some really exciting stuff and maybe a trip somewhere as well. So stick around and subscribe to the James Lawrence Allcott channel. So let's talk about the game. And what did we learn? What did we learn about it? Because ultimately I thought, first of all, the performance as a whole, I thought it was good. I thought we did really well. Second half, it's a friendly match. They always get a bit disjointed. And I think in terms of picking an opponent, I thought this was class. The Nigeria fans, you could hear them. They were obviously really up for it, which made it a little bit more competitive. You saw when Iwobi scored how much it meant to him. So on that level, it was a competitive friendly, which I think is great stuff. Also, it's a country that is going to the World Cup, so they want to be playing as well as they can. So it wasn't poor in that sense that the tempo of the game was going to be bad. The first thing that shone for me, and it came from the goal, but I'd seen it just before that, was the fact that we have, and I'll take this in, England have a corner taker. I know, it's big. Trippier could take them, took a great corner for the Cahill goal. I think we're going to be a real threat at set pieces and from crosses in general, because Ashley Young, if he does start, then he loves to cut in and has a great cross in him as well, so he can take the corners from the other side. So we've got two corner takers. It's shocking, I know, but we have. And I think scoring goals from set pieces is going to be a real weapon for us. Cahill looks like he's given himself a real chance of starting. I think it's him or Harry Maguire for that third spot of the centre-backs. But if Harry Maguire's playing, then he can score from set pieces. John Stones, you've got Eric Dyer, you've got big players there. And with quality delivery, there's some goals to be had. And when you look at this team and you wonder if we've got the quality, then set pieces is a great option for us to get some goals and do well. The second thing, the formation. So it's guaranteed now that it's going to be 3-5-2. That looks pretty obvious. Kyle Walker played a right centre back, and I thought he did okay. Again, I thought he was more impressive in his first game against Holland. Less dribbling out from the back, but that's okay. I think what we saw actually from him, from a few of his nicer through balls as well, is that actually he's very good at passing the ball. Probably better than he gets credit for because of his quality in terms of dribbling out with the ball. I think the fact that Eric Dyer was the only holding midfielder there, the only defensive-minded midfielder, meant that he was a bit more careful in what he did. But I thought Trippier had a good game. You know what you're going to get with him. You know he's going to offer width and great crossing ability. And Ashley Young, I thought, did okay. Glenn Hoddle was talking about how it's a great scouting mission for anyone, because you'll see Ashley Young likes to cut in on his right-hand side and put it across. I'm not sure you can stop that. I don't think anyone stopped that for him. Maybe you could double up on Ashley Young, but if another team doubles up on Ashley Young for us, I think that's fine with us, because again, he's going to play inside. What I really liked was the amount of cross-field passes that we were doing, which meant that we stretched the play. And the midfield, although I worry about Eric Dyer getting done on the counter-attack against better teams, and I think we'll actually probably play two defensive midfielders when we play against Belgium in the third game. Against these lesser sides that we're going to play in Tunisia and Panama, I think this is the way to go, because what you saw with the width that we created, and Harry Kane was doing cross-field balls all the time, it stretched the play, but it also allows people like Dele Alli and Lingard, smart, intelligent players, to play in between the lines. Sterling as well, who's comfortable there as well, and pick up the ball there. And it breaks up the defence of the opposition. And you saw in the first half, we cut through them a hell of a lot. Let's talk about the midfield and the attackers, because I think everyone knows, obviously, Harry Kane is our main man, but he was quite clearly not playing as the last man, that last centre forward. It was actually Raheem Sterling. And the second thing that we learnt from this game, a huge thing, is that Raheem Sterling needs a goal. We know he can score goals. He's done it, 23 goals for Man City this season. But you could say what you want about his club form. He needs a goal. And for England to do well in this tournament, and he's got a great opportunity in the first two games against Panama and against Tunisia, he really needs a goal, because it looks like he's the guy who's that final man, that man on the last defender, looking to go in behind. Is he going to start Vardy? Maybe, and I think a lot of people might be calling for that. But you've got to play Raheem Sterling. And I think in between the lines, he looks good. He looks dangerous there. And Harry Kane seems quite comfortable dropping and picking up the ball. He's got such a great strike of the ball with his passing. You saw that with the crossfield passes. And he played a great ball into, I think it was Dele Alli at one point in the first half. But Raheem Sterling is going to be right up there in the final third. And he makes great runs. He gets into great positions. But he desperately needs a goal quickly. Second half, we weren't as good. Nigeria did well. They stepped it up a bit. They went like for like, played three at the back. And what worries me about this team is the three centre-backs getting exposed. And in particular, I thought John Stones had a really poor game. I thought he gave the ball away quite a lot and it didn't look overly comfortable. He hasn't played that much for a long time, really. And he's in a crucial role there. So maybe he needs to keep playing the next warm-up game as well, just to get that match fitness and get himself ready to go. We look a little bit slow, certainly on that side when you've got Stones, Young and Cahill. That's also a concern for me. And Eric Dyer, I felt at times was getting bypassed a little bit. It was a bit too easy for people to get around him and get beyond him. So that's a bit of a worry, because we may concede goals and more goals. And you've got Walker, who's not played many games at centre-back. Cahill, who's not played many games full stop. John Stones, who's not played many games as well. So that is a slight worry for us. But the final thing I wanted to talk about was a little cameo, a little substitute appearance, which I thought was quite interesting. And it was Ruben Loftus-Cheek. I thought he looked great when he came on. He's just a giant, isn't he? A real beast. Hopefully he's going to get to really make an impact in this tournament. And that's a great thing that England have. We've got options. We really have. You saw that with the players that came on, and actually some of the players who didn't come on as well. So for me, overall, what I'm trying to get across is that we're winning the World Cup. It's happening. So get on board. Those are my thoughts and what I think we've learnt from this game against Nigeria, where we won 2-1. I think we should be happy about it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel. As I said, I'm trying to get to 5k. And let me know what you think I should do when I hit 5k. Is there like a Q&A, or what do you want me to do? Let me know in the comments below. Click that like button as well. Always good to get as many likes as possible. And I'll see you very soon.